Gary Troutman. I'm with Grandparents' Rights Association of North Carolina and Grandparents' Rights Association of the United States of America. You can't hear me? You got to check. Is that better? Can you hear me better? Hello? Check. Check. Can you hear? I'm with Grandparents' Rights Association of North Carolina and Grandparents' Rights Association of the United States of America. We've got issues. We've got serious issues in North Carolina. It starts out with something called PAS, Parental Alienation Syndrome. That's what's creating a problem in our government today. They can't decide what to do about it. It even stems to grandparents. It stems to the whole family. Our children need our families. They need their families together. We don't need to separate and divide the children in half. We can share. We can be equal. And what we're trying to do as far as visitation and being involved with our children, we need to focus on the families together as one. I've watched in court how parents rip at children and tear them apart. I've seen grandparents get involved. You take and put a rope, like a tug of war, pretend the center of that rope is a child, and that's what our families are doing to our children right now. These children are the same children that could be sitting in one of these offices in the next 15 years. We don't know. But we're going to create a problem. We need to change our laws. We need to get legislators to understand that it's about the children, not the adults. Our families are suffering. It's what our foundation has always been. We are a strong nation. We have always been a strong nation. We're getting weaker because of our families, because of the fighting, because of the arguing. I've seen grandparents rip it at the heart because their children, their grandchildren have been taken away. I've seen them grandparents lose their children, and then the other parent, the spouse, took that grandchild. And that grandparent didn't get to see that grandchild any longer. I've seen parents bicker, fight. Is equal custody, is that 75-25? I don't know where y'all went to school, but I didn't go to school there. It's 50-50. In our society, parents work together. We have mothers and fathers that are working equal time, and they have children. They work equal time. They should work together on raising their children. I don't care if they can't live together. They created a child. They ought to be able to raise that child separately still, equally though. We need laws to allow that. We need laws that will allow the grandparents to be involved, to allow the whole family, to allow everybody that's in the family to circle around that child. Do we want to continue fighting against each other as a family? Should we? We shouldn't have to. The courts shouldn't let us or make us. I watched in a courtroom and saw how a couple went into mediation, and then whenever they finished it, thought everything was worked out, but then violated the agreement they had made for the children. They couldn't even keep their agreement for 6 months of how they were going to visit with their children. The children were brought into the divorce hearing. I talked to parents and grandparents that have gotten involved, ESS has gotten involved, accident, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Once you get DSS in, we have a problem with our DSS system. We have a problem with CPS. It's a bad problem. They are coming in on good families and taking them. They are taking families right now where the extended family has been approved for placement of their grandchildren, and they didn't get it. But they were approved through a home study. Why do those grandparents, why does that extended family not have those children? Because the judge didn't want to give it to them. They were fit, they were approved. That family should have, those extended family members should have their grandchildren until that family can be reestablished, until those parents can get help. And then, that way you haven't ripped the family apart and placed the children in foster care. We put children in foster care. Why? So DSS can make money. It's a profit. That's what it is. They make profits off of it. That's all it will be until we stand up for the family as families and make changes in the laws in this state. It needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Legislators need to pay attention. The families are being ripped apart, and the children are being torn away from their heritage and taken from what they know and put in strange places. They are put and ripped because they may not be able to see their father. They may not be able to see their mother because there's not 50-50 either. It needs to change now. My name is Gary Troutman. I'm with Grandparents' Rights Association of North Carolina and Grandparents' Rights Association of the United States of America, and we need to make a change and keep the families together.